Hello, everyone. Welcome to the recording for the student information session for the Master of Arts in Marriage and Family Therapy program at Chapman University. My name is Dr. Naveen Jonathan. I am the department chair as well as core faculty in the Department of Marriage and Family Therapy. Joining me on this recording is MFT Program Coordinator Jolene Martin. You will hear from Jolene when we get to the admissions section of this information session. We thank you for joining us today. We would like to begin our presentation by talking about the profession of marriage and family therapy. It is a vast and growing profession in the United States as well as worldwide. Here in the United States, according to a 2021 report by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, it is estimated that the number of licensed marriage and family therapist jobs will increase by 14% over the next decade, which is much faster than other occupations. Currently employed nationally, there are 65,300 licensed marriage and family therapists. Of those, 28,910 of them live here in California. The national salaries range from 36,840 to 98,700. The average mean wage for California is 65,320. Licensed marriage and family therapists work in a variety of different settings. You will see the length and breadth of careers that are possible in the MFT field. Licensed MFTs work in health practitioner offices, outpatient care centers, individual and family services, residential care facilities, schools, colleges, and universities, private practices, as well as VA centers. I would like to talk about the pathway to MFT licensure in the state of California. You must first earn a qualifying degree from a program such as ours, register as an associate marriage and family therapist, pass the California Law and Ethics exam, complete 3,000 hours of experience, pass the clinical exam, and then apply for licensure. We encourage all applicants to visit the California Board of Behavioral Sciences website, where you can see the handbook for future MFTs for further details. Next, I would like to talk about licensure portability. It's important to note that in the United States, in any mental health profession, licenses do not transfer across state lines. That is the same for marriage and family therapists. Licensure requirements vary from state to state. If you are interested in licensure in states outside of California, please check with the Association of Marital and Family Therapy Regulatory Boards for details on other state requirements. Affected students are encouraged to meet with program staff early on to ensure a smooth transition. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our program. Chapman University is accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges Accrediting Commission for Senior Colleges and Universities. The Chapman University Marriage and Family Therapy Program is nationally accredited through the Commission on Accreditation for Marriage and Family Therapy Education, known as COAMFTE. We are one of the 10 schools that are nationally accredited by COAMFTE in the state of California. Some of the benefits of COAMFTE national accreditation includes allowing students to more easily transfer coursework from state to state. It compels programs to raise standards and improve program efficiency. Students receive a higher quality of training due to increased emphasis on program improvement. The Chapman University Marriage and Family Therapy Program meets the educational requirements for licensure as a marriage and family therapist and professional clinical counselor in the state of California. Students that are interested in becoming duly licensed as an LPCC in addition to an LMFT must complete a course in career counseling while enrolled in the program. We require all of our students to become student members of either our national professional organization, the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, AAMFT, or the California Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, CAMFT. The MFT program at Chapman University values developing a student's identity as a marriage and family therapist in the classroom, through clinical work, and through membership and active participation in MFT professional organizations. Students are required to become a student member of AAMFT and/or CAMFT. Students are encouraged to be actively involved in both organizations by attending meetings, engaging in leadership, and keeping up with the latest news and research in the field. Diversity is an important cornerstone of our program. We believe that having a diverse student body and faculty enhances both the classroom and clinical experiences. We incorporate a variety of issues around intersectionality and diversity, including race and ethnicity, gender, social class, sexual orientation, religion, spirituality, and many other diverse identities. You will also know that diversity is incorporated into our clinical practicum through client caseload and supervision. Often we are asked about the demographics of our students. For fall 2023, we will have 80 enrolled students in our program. On this particular slide, you will see student demographics that are broken up by ethnicity, gender, and age. The mission of Chapman University is to provide personalized education of distinction that leads to inquiring, ethical, and productive lives as global citizens. The MFT program mission statement is to provide students with the academic and professional training to become systems-oriented, ethical, and multiculturally competent marriage and family therapists who are critical consumers of research in the field. I'd like to go over the program goals for our program. For students who are in our program, we will teach a comprehensive curriculum emphasizing relational systemic theories and techniques, train and graduate students who are competent in the relational systemic practice of marriage and family therapy, foster an environment of inclusion and respect for diversity in all its forms throughout curriculum offerings and clinical training, teach students to critically evaluate research in the field and use it to inform their clinical practice, and train students to apply marriage and family therapy professional ethical standards. I would like to next go over our student learning outcomes. The student learning outcomes apply to our students and graduates of the program. Students will demonstrate a knowledge of family systems theories by incorporating theory and technique when working with different treatment units. Students will graduate from the program within the advertised length of time. Students will demonstrate an awareness of and respect for diversity issues and their own social location in relation to their clinical experience. Students will be successful consumers of research by demonstrating an understanding of basic research methods and integrating this knowledge into their clinical practice. Students will be knowledgeable and successfully apply appropriate legal and ethical guidelines necessary for the competent practice of marriage and family therapy. Graduates will secure employment in the field of marriage and family therapy. Graduates will obtain postgraduate licensure. Students will be able to assess, hypothesize, and intervene from a systemic perspective in their clinical practice. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our faculty and support staff of the program. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our core faculty. Each of our core faculty have doctoral degrees in the field of marriage and family therapists and are also licensed in the state of California. Each of the core faculty are also in clinical practice. You will note here on this page the research interests and clinical interests of each faculty member. You have met me. My name is Dr. Naveen Jonathan. There is our Director of Clinical Training, Dr. Beth Patrick, and then MFT core faculty members, Dr. Brennan Peterson and Dr. Julie Payne. Next, I'd like to introduce you to our administrators and staff, Susan Jester, Clinic Director, Jolene Martin, Program Coordinator, and Sue Swerdfeger, Administrative Assistant. I would like to review the program curriculum with you. Next, I'd like to go over the coursework for our program. We are a 3-year program, 60 credits total. On this page, you will see our classroom classes plus our practicum fieldwork classes. Speaking of practicum, I would like to share with you about our unique practicum experience here in the MFT program at Chapman University. All students in the Marriage and Family Therapy program at Chapman University will be student therapists in their final year in the Francis Smith Center for Individual and Family Therapy. The Francis Smith Center was founded in 1968 to provide counseling to Vietnam veterans and their families. It has become well known and respected by the local community. It is the practicum site for all Chapman University MFT students. We have state-of-the-art training facility, including 8 large observation rooms, each equipped with digital cameras used to record sessions for instructional purposes. In the practicum experience, our goal is to prepare you for state and national licensure as an MFT through classroom and experiential learning. You are the therapist in the room. You will work with children, teens, adults, and couples. You will work with culturally diverse populations. You will conceptualize cases and develop treatment plans. You will address legal and ethical considerations. You will operate from a sliding fee scale as a means of providing outreach to the community, and your face-to-face practicum hours may be obtained in an in-person or telehealth format. The Department of Marriage and Family Therapy has set a competency model for all students in the program. This competency model includes several different elements. You must complete a minimum of 4 consecutive semesters during the final year of your program. You complete a minimum of 300 face-to-face client hours. You will complete 50 hours of live observation with your clinical supervisor. You'll complete 2 hours of group supervision and 1 hour of individual supervision per week with your clinical supervisor, and complete a capstone project. Clinical supervision is a very important part of the training to become a marriage and family therapist. You will work with our highly experienced and knowledgeable team of clinical supervisors for a rich training experience. All of our clinical supervisors are nationally approved by the AAMFT. Supervision modalities include reviewing cases, presenting cases, observing videos, and live observation that takes place in group or individual supervision. Another unique aspect of our program is our community collaborations. In these particular community collaborations, students gain exposure into up-and-coming areas in the field of marriage and family therapy, medical family therapy, as well as community mental health. The first 2 collaborations listed on the slide, Stroke Bootcamp and Balanced Families, give our students training and experience in medical family therapy. The last collaboration listed on the slide, The Wooden Floor, gives our students training and experience in community mental health. Next, I would like to address some professional growth opportunities in the program. As mentioned earlier, students gain 300 hours of clinical experience in our Francis Smith Center for Individual and Family Therapy. Students can gain additional hours towards licensure by engaging in an elective external traineeship. Students are eligible to participate in an external traineeship after completing 12 credits of coursework in the program. Students are placed in their chosen site for a minimum of 1 calendar year. External traineeships allow students to gain additional hours towards licensure. All students participating in external traineeships will be enrolled in a practicum course, giving them the opportunity to consult with faculty regarding their clinical work. The program also offers additional clinical trainings in a wide range of diverse topics. Advanced clinical trainings are offered at least once per semester, and they're free for all students and alumni to attend. We are proud to be one of 2 MFT programs in the state of California to have a chapter of the International Marriage and Family Therapy Honor Society known as Delta Kappa. The chapter here on Chapman University's campus is the Phi chapter. Delta Kappa is the official honor society for marriage and family therapists. It trains emerging leaders in the field of marriage and family therapy. It provides a structure for developing scholarly forums that present cutting-edge research and theory on marriage and family therapy to practitioners on an ongoing basis at the local, state, regional, national, and international levels. It recognizes and promotes the achievements of marriage and family therapy clinicians and scholars. We have a wide range of leadership opportunities that students can become involved with in the program and the larger university. We have student representatives for each cohort in our program. Our honor society, Delta Kappa, has an executive committee. For the larger university, a student could become involved with the Graduate Student Council, and for our alumni, we have an alumni advisory board. In the MFT program, we also have a student mentorship program. This is an opportunity to connect with your MFT student community. Students have the opportunity to receive guidance from those further along in the program and support those who are newer to the program. We also offer a professional development series where you can learn practical skills to assist you with preparing you for your career as an MFT. Students will learn how to add value to their resumes, prepare for interviews, build a private practice, and collaborate with local agencies and more.
Hi, my name is Jolene Martin. I am the program coordinator for the Marriage and Family Therapy Department. I provide mentorship to our current students by assisting them with their plan of study, classes, program, and licensing requirements. I also oversee admission, retention, and data management to track student and program learning outcomes and alumni progress in the field. We have two application deadlines each year. For fall start, the application deadline is February 1st. For spring start, the application deadline is October 1st. Here are some minimum application requirements. You need to complete an online application with a $60 application fee. We also need your official transcript from degree granting institution where you received your bachelor's degree. We also require a cumulative GPA of 3.3 from the degree granting institution. Now, if your cumulative GPA is less than 3.3, we also require the GRE. If your undergraduate major is not in psychology or an improved mental health degree, then you must submit an official transcript showing current enrollment or completion of at least 3 of the following courses by the admission deadline in order to be considered for admission. The courses are Introduction to Psychology, Abnormal Psychology, Developmental Psychology or Human Development, Research Methods or Statistics. All prerequisite courses must be completed by the end of your first semester in the MFT program, and they may be taken at your local community college. A grade of C+ or higher is required. We also need a copy of your curriculum vitae or resume. It should be current, be specific by providing both month and year for each experience that is relevant to the program. We also need a copy of your personal statement. Your personal statement should be double-spaced, 3 pages total. Explain how each of the following areas contributed to your career objectives and led you to the field of MFT. The areas are educational background, professional work experience, both paid and unpaid, such as clinical internships or volunteer work in the mental health, human services, or related fields, personal or family background and experiences. We also need 2 letters of recommendation. One letter should come from an undergraduate professor who can speak on your academic strengths and achievements. The other letter could come from an employer or a person who can speak on behalf of your work qualification related to mental health. Letters should not be submitted by a family member, a friend, or your own therapist. If you have been out of school for several years, please submit letters of recommendation from persons who are familiar with you in a professional setting, such as supervisors or managers who are familiar with your work. We strongly encourage students who are currently in or have graduated from Chapman's BA Psychology program to apply. Those who have met the minimum application requirements are guaranteed an interview with the department. Please review the minimum application requirements listed on our website carefully. All applications are reviewed, and those that meet the minimum application requirements may be selected to participate in an interview. Interviews are an important part of admissions evaluation for health professions as they provide a way to evaluate in-person interaction as part of the profession. Interviews include one-on-one interview with the program coordinator and group interview with the department chair and clinic director. Applicants will also have the opportunity to meet with current students and tour our on-site clinic. Students are admitted based on the strength of their application combined with the quality of their interview.
I would like to talk about background screening. Any student with a felony or misdemeanor conviction, including a DUI, may find that their application for practicum, licensure, or other similar organizations may be negatively impacted. It is each student's responsibility to become informed as to how previous convictions will affect the licensing process or placement at a practicum site. Please see the Board of Behavioral Sciences website for information on criminal convictions. We would like to share the minimum technology requirements for all applicants. Students will need to have access to a computer printer, Microsoft Office Suite, SharePoint OneDrive, Microsoft Teams, as well as Internet Wi-Fi access to log into their Chapman University email, MyChapman, and Canvas. Chapman University offers its students the use of many computer labs located around the campus. The Francis Smith Center and Leatherby Libraries also have loaner computers for students to check out. Further technology support could be found at the service desk. If an accommodation needs to be made regarding technology requirements, please contact the MFT program coordinator. We often receive questions about enrollment statistics. This slide provides a snapshot of students that entered the Marriage and Family Therapy program in fall 2022 and spring 2023. You will see data provided by undergraduate institution, undergraduate major, and the average cumulative GPA. Next, we'd like to talk about tuition and financial aid. For the 2023-24 academic year, tuition is $1,355 per credit. We are a 60 credit program, so the total for 3 years is $81,300. Just as you would have done for undergrad, please complete the FAFSA, the Free Application for Student Aid, where you may be eligible to receive federal loans. Applications can be submitted electronically or by mail. The Chapman University Graduate Financial Aid Office offers further information regarding tuition and fee information, budget tools, FAQs, and much more. The MFT program does offer fellowships. Our program grants fellowships to recruit top students for admissions. Applicants must submit their completed application by the admission deadline to be considered for a fellowship. Consideration will be based on 1, the strength of an application's qualifications, or 2, academic preparedness coupled with financial need. These are typically one-time awards, typically between $6,000 and $12,000, given to assist with tuition during the first 2 years of the program. The fellowship is divided equally between the fall, spring, and summer semesters and can be renewed for 1 additional year provided that the student maintains a 3.5 cumulative GPA measured at the end of your first year. Applicants will be notified upon admissions if they've been granted a fellowship. There are a variety of scholarships, fellowships, and grants that are available while in the program and after graduation. We encourage you to visit our website where you can read more about each of these programs. Here are some quotes from our alumni and what they say about their experiences in the Chapman University Marriage and Family Therapy program. This slide provides data on graduate student achievement. You will see the cohort, the year the students entered the program, the number of students in the program, graduation rate and advertised time, job placement rate, as well as licensure rate. If you see an IP, that means the students are in progress and they have not yet graduated. Please refer to our website for the most up-to-date information on graduate student achievement data. We would like to also invite you to follow us on social media. We have a Facebook and an Instagram page. For any questions that you may have about the program or admissions, please feel free to email us. Thank you very much for joining us for this recording today.